Welcome to another chapter of Isaac's Ideological Impressions. Hey Isaac, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I can't complain. I was laughing when I read that Gavin Newsom, the governor of the fruits and nuts of California, they spent $1.5 million buying copies of his book such that they could distribute them to supporters. It turns out Gavin bought 2/3 of the total number of books published. What a scam. Isaac, what do you think about Newsom's book and how many he purchased?
You know, I'm glad he can reach so many people in a meaningful way. Purchasing his own book so he can give them out for free, that just means a lot. You know what I mean? This guy is just putting his heart and soul into this. You can tell he's really trying.
We find out that the British Prime Minister, one who has really irritated President Trump, actually was told that Lord Peter Mandelson was a security risk due to his close ties to China. Let me put this in the correct perspective. Lord Peter Mandelson was taking gratuities from the Chinese Communist Party, and the Prime Minister overruled the MI5 and appointed him anyway. Now the calls for his resignation are at a fever pitch. I think too many Western leaders are accepting gratuities from the Chinese. What are your thoughts on this matter, Isaac?
So yeah, I think it's becoming ever more clear in today's world that there are several different. It's becoming clear in today's world that there are several different ways that these politicians are receiving money from foreign nations such as China, and I think it could be seen as treason, and I think it should be seen as such, and I think that there should be several consequences for these people, including prison, that aren't happening because, for one, our DOJ sucks, and we can't prosecute anyone for the wrongs that they're doing, and it seems pretty scary, because if we can't prosecute someone for doing something wrong, and and this wrong, it is so easy to see that it should be handled quickly, but it's not. So that's really my answer for that.
All right. It turns out in California, the state is paying such that trannies in the prison system have beauty salons to keep up their alleged good looks.
Yep.
Let me tell these rabid reprobates that there are only two sexes, and all the beauty applications will not change that biological fact. Isaac, what is your opinion of this, and should any state be paying for such nonsense?
Absolutely not. I think that, for one, I think it's kind of funny, because I think a lot of people through TV and different shows have seen what goes on in prisons to transgender people, and I think it's pretty funny, in my opinion. But I don't think we should be spending six figures a person, especially someone in jail, to give them some kind of transgender fruit cup surgery. So I think it's kind of insane.
It seems we have a problem whereby many of our scientists, especially those involved with space, UFOs, and UAPs, are either disappearing and are being found murdered. the president has come out and said we definitely have a problem here. Isaac, do you think that foreign nationals are complicit in these mysteries?
Yeah, this is for sure. This is for sure a problem. I think there's a lot of things that are not being shared with us, and I think some people have the opinion on it protects us, and some people have the opinion on it needs to be revealed, like a lot of things that aren't being revealed. But I feel I have an opinion because obviously these 10 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously these 10 people have found something that's pretty controversial. And they found it and they told someone, and that someone thought that they shouldn't know about it anymore and no one else should know about it. So they killed them. And I think it's pretty clear that they either disappeared or were murdered. And I'm glad, I'm personally glad Trump said something about this, because now not only does the President of the United States share this information so that even more people can hear it. I just remember it's just pretty scary times that we live in, and I feel like it's coming to a point where eventually it's all going to be brought to the light. I hope, but you never know.
Well, I hope you're right, Isaac. According to a recent study conducted by the Centers for Disease Control, the fertility rate of American women has declined yet again. Isaac, do you think the lower birth rates bode well for the country?
Absolutely not. This is a huge crisis, and it could also be considered some sort of genocide, because there's people. For me, the American population of specifically white people. Now, I'm not being racist or anything like that, but what I'm saying is, it's the same for as a Mexican wanting to get married to a Mexican person because it's their same race, and they would like to further push that same race, which is reasonable. That's the same thing that's happening in India. That they're all just making babies like who knows what, and then in the UK, I mean, it's pretty much turning into a Muslim nation. I mean, this is like, and it's coming for America next, unfortunately, because there's not enough white women producing or having offspring. Because it's supposed to be 1 or 2 per woman for a population to grow, and that's simply not happening. And I think we're starting to see the repercussions of it. So.
All right, Isaac, you did a good job today. Let us again remind our listeners that if you have any questions that you'd like to see Isaac field, feel free to post them down below, and we will see that he answers them as soon as possible. We thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great and blessed day, one and all.